Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing? How's life treating you all? I am here, so everything's gonna be alright. Why are you bored, Scotty? A bunch of asses? Hey, Sid. Welcome, buddy. Where have you been? What do you mean, where have I been? Streamed yesterday. Streaming today. I need to do it a W though. Sure, ask away, Sunny then. Long ass day. I don't know. What's up? The regular spot. Should put on some medium boost. There was no early stream. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't. Okay. Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay, we're gonna get out of this fight, but this absolutely was not the plan. Should have just done this. I do have both senses active. Step into my... I have bad news for you. Okay, what are the bad news for me? Going to have to let you go for it. Oh, really now? Oh, really? Okay, so I can do that. I was meant to use... Ah, okay, fine. Maybe a revive then. First playing Tiger like me? Yeah, because I was not paying attention. Hey, I still won! Now back down and use the loose chat. I really do need to get the new cable, yes. Yeah, I use... I don't know. I use OBS, not Streamlabs OBS. I do need to get a new cable and a whole bunch of new things, but again, I am completely broke as of after the wedding for this month. Because, you know, just because I had a wedding doesn't mean I had no bills to pay. Come on then. Alright, use the lose it thingy, came back. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Or maybe I shouldn't have went for it. But I got lucky. Honey radio previous message. Feast point should the free play hat. I think around 180k is max. More than 180k. Yeah. We should have went stream setup shopping when I was there. We could have. Never brought it up though. Besides, a lot of things would need to be ordered anyway, so. mean, that AI was dumb as fuck. Shit. Okay. Then the night we hung out to your place. I suppose we could have, yes. Alright, fine, 10%, whatever. We're just gonna look it down. I do not have Amazon. Well, in Latvia they don't really deliver. If you really want to, you can. You can kind of order it through... Oh, wait. Okay, I screwed up already, but that's fine. Really? You're still not gonna die? Really? What the hell is wrong with that AI, by the way? You can't tell me that AI ain't being cheeky and clever as fuck. Did you carry milestones? Do you think everyone can reach the current milestones? We already achieved in the event as of right now. I'm not entirely sure on the math there. I'll just be honest. Okay, let's jump into the arena. Need the... Multiverse arena it is. But it is what it is, Seth. I need to slug it out this month. And there's no other way to put it. Need to slug it out at the very least till next time. Yeah, I guess I should make a video on that. But to be fair, I'm not entirely certain. What should I? Well, that's fair. I guess I should. Does our season start again? Another week. What do I think this game's still gonna be up? I have no idea about it. Entirely depends on Kabam. There are some good things that they are doing, and there are a bunch of stupid things that they should be doing, and they're not. Eat some degens. You know this crucible? I do plan to do it immediately as well. Okay, dog. Okay then. Oh yeah, Saitama, who are you going for? In the... I know, like, yeah, it's in between Carl, Viv, and Anti-Venom, quite obviously, I think. Not entirely sure, still. Viv Vision is kind of like a... We can bring 5 stars to the Crucible? I think so, but I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know if it's rarity locked though. Two different Basel. Yeah, I suppose so. You can. Deck has many good options in general. Yeah, that is true. I think I want anti-venom, but anti-venom means a big commitment. Big sense. I don't think Cal needs a particularly high saving, not for Balagons and stuff, no. Anti-venom needs high 6. But the Crucible rewards are 2 crystals anyway, so first we're gonna have to see what we pull from them. So, you know. Oh, I finally got a chance to watch a bit of Wednesday. Have option for Cerastus. Cerastus, wasn't Cerastus like the more buffs, the better? What did we use for Cerastus? The Venom was quite good. 3 to 4 is a generic from what I remember. So the Real Champion? The season is much darker. What do you mean? Which season? Oh. I don't know, I kind of like it. I'm still kind of okay with it. I guess I missed that little brat. Actually, no spoilers? Yeah. Cal is another option for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be 64 fights, so you need 64 champions to use. Raids? Well, raids are once a month now. Probably like a 3-week break, and then we're gonna get raids. So another, still a bit. Oh, incursions. Oh shit, I still need to do the IWaltR. Can you explain walk cycle? Yeah, basically, get in as many buffs as you can before you launch your first special attack. Then for each buff, you convert all of them into degens, but you need to use a special attack again before the degens expire to get those degens and convert them into buffs. And then you kind of rinse and repeat. Ideally, you kind of want basically build up to like 1.9 bars of power, because then you get as many buffs as possible. Activate your level 1, and then hit opponents as much as possible, because the more you hit them, the stronger the degen gets. And then activate level 2 to recall the degens back to you, because the level 2 animation is longer, and those final ticks do quite a ton of damage. So it's kind of like ideally level 2, level 1, level 2 rotation, but you can do level 1 as well and stuff. Just make sure that you don't let the degens expire. That's the key of using walks effectively. Make sure your degens do not get to expire. What's up, Ella? Yeah, the thing is, I really don't enjoy using call. Oh no. I think next Titan Crystal is going to be the best. I think the current Titan Crystal is the best Titan Crystal so far. I think the next one is even better. So I just wish instead of Baron Zemo we could have gotten something nice. Da 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 da. Well, hello there, Sung. Never you mind about that. How are you doing? Are you having a good day? Well, Crucible is tomorrow, not today. Come on then, really. I have started a new account previously. What's up, Daisy Dazzler? But yeah, Crucible is not today. What song? I don't know. It is a shitty thing though. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm gonna do then. What's your last? I can't see right now. Living in the future. I suppose that's admirable. What chance do you use for Path 1 in War? Kind of very works on sure Spider-Man. Typically I don't get to do Path 1 because it's kind of like one of the easier ones. I only occasionally do it in off-season. Photon often is amazing for a lot of fights in Path 1. Yeah. I wouldn't... Which fight specifically are you talking about? Spider-Woman would require like a very specific... Oh. I'm planning a Crucible fun. I mean, AA would be able to do a lot of fights there. For sure. Ingredients without suicides. Yeah, I took them off in order to record some gameplay and stuff, and I'm not gonna be putting them on and off again that much. But yeah, I would love to get Cassandra as well. Yeah, maybe, but again, Antagon needs kind of 200 wills, because they never give the full 200 SIGs, or hardly ever. They give SIGs like for the event, it's typically like most of the time it's like 100, and you still need to find that. And I'm gonna need Science SIG specifically for High Evolutionary, if and when I get him, because that's gonna be like needed for Prestige. Okay, that sucked. I hate Adam Warlock, man. Oh, this time I can get some buffs. Whatever. So, Bandy. You love Zima? Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I want Nico the most, I think. Caroline is very cool. But I think Nico I want the most. And High Evolutionary for Prestige and Defense. Oh. I don't care for Baron Zemo. That's like the one champion I don't want. I don't want Baron Zemo. Who else I don't like from the new ones too much? Caroline and Nico I do like. Who else we have there? That's new. Ah, fuck. This is gonna be an annoying fight, isn't it? Okay, yeah, fine. Well, I can let him shoot level 1s anyways. But... man, I hate Sinister in arenas sometimes. Come on, use it then. Just please die. Nico's my number one for sure. Nico is the banned ward though. So Kato goes to prison. Ah, I'll do it myself though. Alright, fine. Fine. Who doesn't love it? Who are you talking about there, Bakchi? Kato prison? Yeah, Kato went to prison. How do you like the new Alliance Superman buff? Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. It is exactly what this game needed, I feel. Nah. But yeah, no, I absolutely do not care for Zemo. The sad thing is, I think eventually at some point I'm probably gonna have to rank him up, but I don't wanna. I don't know. Why do I even bother ramping up in arena fight? Youcan definitely feels nerfed. Yep. And, you know, here's the thing as well, like, because Daily Super Event was actually kind of like nice and decent and people liked it, we immediately expected, you know, Alliance Weekly Super Event should be quite decent too. Yeah, good on Kabam, man. You know, good on you for, you know, doing that. But then, not how I went for that level 1, but okay, whatever. And then I saw it. It's like, hell nah. I mean, it just looks abysmally shit. It really does. And yeah, where the fuck are the refills? Like, where the fuck are the refills? I think most people care about the refills the most. Oh. Oh. Okay then. I hate you. Still hate you. The only good thing from this was 240 units. I mean, 200, but I hate how they moved 240 units from something that we just randomly passively get for, like, you know, doing bare minimum stuff in the game to something we actively have to go and play for. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, I do know that, but sometimes I'm too lazy to do it. But yeah, I know. There you go. Stupid Angela. I might need to rank up Spider-Punk for that matter. We're quite decent. And I have him awakened now. I got the bonus. Spider-Punk should be a good result. Ah, in theory, it could be, yeah. What the fuck is that? No, I didn't rank up my Starkey yet. Oh, come on. Oh, someone just got leaked? I have no idea who that was, but... Oh, wait, fuck, he didn't die still. I hate Sim for sure. I don't like Spider-Man. Why? What do you have against Spunk? Spunk's beautiful. It's not a crazy theory, Shredder. That's, you know, perfectly reasonable explanation to some of the stuff happening here. Oh, definitely Zolo or Bastion. It's not even fucking close, buddy. Not even close. Superior Iron Man's not a good BG champion. He's an okay BG champion at best. Because he has 0 defensive value. And offensively as well, he's kind of reliant on whether he's going to crit or not. And he doesn't take that many matchups, you know. Well, don't let Sonya here's Punk. I know I should get all giddy and excited. Okay, we can use actually bigger champions now. We're not concerned about her opinion, we're concerned about her actions. Well, I do have a rank 4 Zola, so I can't say that Zola is not worth it. GC meta week 1, it's basically the same as Victory Attack except plus placebo note. Where you, whenever you strike the opponent, you have a chance to gain a placebo buff. So, well, technically there are 6 Reaper champions. 2 are definitely duds. Like, I still cannot fathom why the fuck would they... Like, Night Thrasher and Sabertooth. What was the point behind picking them and then doing them so little? You know what I mean? Sometimes the genius of Kabam Masterminds eludes me. Frightening. Rank 4 Shatter Jax, I really want rank 4 Shatter. I mean, like, I rank 4 Chatra as my first rank 4. In the next GC meta, Jax is better than Chatra for sure. Overall, I value Chatra higher. Pretty stealthy and rogue, yeah, pretty much. Long form content, well, yeah, but no, like, again, people say long form content, but you just know nobody's gonna do them for long form content either. Because, like, why the fuck would you bring Sabertooth, who has, like, virtually 0 utility and, like, not the most amount of damage? For Jax Van, KT. I know I really want to. Sabertooth is shit. Yep. I mean, he is. The problem with Sabertooth is not even like damage or anything else. The big problem with Sabertooth is he doesn't have like any good matchups. He can do like Killmonger reasonably well, and that's it. Mr. Flivel. By the way, what's this disorder in the house? We have had people in the gulag, but nobody overseeing them yet. What the fuck? Something's weird. Why does it say error? Fuck. My YouTube chat's broken. Can't type anything in. Think. Oh no, now I did. I don't know, what was that? Something was weird. Whatever, doesn't matter. I had an error on my side. Of sorts. Allegedly. Voodoo does need to do, and high sig. With an unskilled and PG defense? Yeah, well, that's exactly the point. Infamous or Sentinel, which I'll share first. Infamous Iron Man is not as good as Sentinel. Sentinel is better. Oh, my kitty cat is right next to me. Ew. Calm down. Ta-da! Look what's here. Yeah. Make you say hi. Hi to people. Yep, same, Andy. Say hi. Donya. Look at that handsome kitty. Alright. Beetle Leaves Junior. I got so much shit. And he's a cool cat. Three of the Rebirth champions behind most of the no. Night Rusher also depends on high sig, by the way. Getting big and beautiful. He is beautiful already. Not getting beautiful. He's always been gorgeous. I don't think Cal needs a super high sig, no. Anti-Venom definitely does. Night Rusher definitely does. Voodoo definitely does. Viv definitely does. Up T. Voodoo's good, but yeah, the problem with Voodoo is Mystic Lost has a shit ton of versatile good attackers. They are more lacking in dual purpose and defensive champions more so than offensive champions. And, you know, I don't particularly want another Mystic champion that I can't put on defense. Alright, see you later, bud. Oh yeah, I wish Gamora had some utility too. Gamora was my first 3-star champion, and I think my first 4-star as well, so all of the early game content I did primarily with Gamora. Obviously pre-buff and all that stuff, but still. Well, yeah, science class definitely has dropped 1,000,000%. Because for the last like year and a bit, science class always gotten the short end of the stick in most events. Like, you know, Heart of Fire, we got I-Bomb for science class, but we got like Nick Fury and Tiger and Dark Phoenix for cosmic class. And then in the Banquet event, we got Sentry, science class, right? Where another classes got like Sentinel and Deadpool X-Force and Medusa and stuff. And even before that, who was the previous science champion that was kind of exclusive? I'm not quite sure that science wasn't one of the better options either. Yondu is the best buff of the 9? I doubt it, to be honest. I mean, like, the biggest improvement, yeah, possibly. But, because Viv Vision didn't get buffed, like, at all, basically. And, then we have, like, Anti-Venom, who got buffed some, but he was already better. Yeah, exactly. Sandman, for instance, from the previous one. Was jack shit as well. And Quicksilver, I mean, Quicksilver is kind of okay, but still, like... not necessarily, you know, bringing the class up much. So, yeah, Sandman's obviously just not it. So, yeah. They did send him dirty, especially because the initial buff was better, and then they nerfed him before the buff was released. So yeah, basically, the point is, Science class has gotten the short end of the stick for quite a while. Also, like, none of the random reworks have been Science, or none of them have been, like, good. Like, you know, Mutant got Sinister randomly as a Saga Chase champion and rework. Then Cosmic Laws got, like, Phoenix and whatnot, and Science just got Mr. Fantastic now, which is the first one, and, you know, I doubt he's gonna have significant role to play in, like, Battlegrounds and stuff. I would actually think that Mr. Fantastic is decently good, usable, dual-purpose Science champion for even Battlegrounds. But I'm not gonna say that because Kabam is allergic to parry mastery, and Mr. Fantastic completely relies on parry heavy. So Mr. Fantastic, I'd say about 7 out of last 10 metas, we are punished or we flat out cannot parry opponents. I mean, Science did get Torch, yeah, and Red Guardian, that is true. It's like an exclusive chase champions. So that did help them. But again, comparatively speaking, I think other classes have gotten more. Yondu's weird. I don't know, you're weird, man. Yondu's fine to play. I hate you. And of course I screwed up. I hate this match. I'm dumb myself. Okay. Okay, you know what? And I somehow missed all the... I'm not gonna lose an arena fight. I have always hated fighting fam, by the way. Just one of those champions that I hate.
Shut up and take my money.
Scott Root, Lord _ Apex 666, 100 South African Rand. I will be Gulag Master for now. Question next rank 4, Wumsy, Jugsaw Jack or wait till new Titan and hope for Emo Girl.
I wouldn't wait. That's like a month away. That's first thing. On to Jugs Jack. I mean, Jugs is the most fun, Onslaught is the best rank up there. Onslaught is objectively the best rank up there. However, Onslaught is also the one that I, you know, enjoy using the least. So it's a matter of your own personal enjoyment compared to, you know. I was asking why you're wearing bands on the other hand. In Latvia, it's kind of a customary to wear it on the right one. I don't know. You know, wait till the Titans and need the Crucible 2.0 for a 3-4 jump first. Fair enough. Yeah, Jack's well. I mean, how good is Jack against High Evolutionary, by the way? Oh, very interesting to know. Nadresha went from 2017 to 2018 level champion? Yeah, basically. What's up, Nagase? Everybody else, welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright. Whoops. I just went for level 1s. There. Orange. Fair enough. Yeah, but Evolutionary also wants you to alternate combos, I believe, a lot. And Jack doesn't like that too much. But then again, you can kind of get around. Wait, how did she... Again, how the fuck did you parry that? Shame. For shame. Yeah, there's 3 to 4 gem Crucible too, I know. Couple of Silent Star, but it's basically that. It's basically 3 to 4 gem. Titan Next is also there. Did you guys know that Ironheart's actually legit Zola counter? A bit too slow for casual battlegrounds fights. You don't see how alternate combo will affect Jack? Okay then. And now you can just chill and parry and level 1 and chill. Oh wait, why did I not parry? What the fuck? What can you see? So rank 4 Nico or Kazuno? I mean, I would do Nico first, probably. Most likely. And need a Mystic rank up. Where can you see the Crucible rewards? I'll link you. But it's on Kabam forums. There you go. No, that's for the mini Crucible. Ah, fuck it. It's gonna be overkill, probably. Crucible drops tomorrow. And Match of Rebirth event. Not all of it. And BG season. Probably a sale is all it is. What champion's gonna use? I mean, all of them. I don't think it has a champion restriction. That's basically like a side quest, monthly, monthly side quest. Tomorrow will be bug free, I promise. I believe you. I want to believe you. We do know the word for two-stack cross. It's basically monthly side quest. Again, people, when you say mini crucible, people imagine like a special quest, something like that. When you say mini crucible, what you need to imagine is monthly side event. You know, then it will translate better. The rewards are in line about with what monthly side event normally is. Sure, and Francis, ask away. Warlock is a good bullseye counter. Not the fastest, but solid. I use him quite often. Oh shit. My game is super laggy for whatever reason. Okay, so I know I can do this. That's kind of cool. Card's gonna be low-key amazing Zola counter if we don't take in consideration time. Heard in many high circles that certain people get loads of money to get a chance to boot. Wouldn't be too surprised, to be honest. Like these type of things that like I heard somewhere, stuff like that, they're kind of interesting, you know, thoughts for experiment, and I wouldn't be surprised about just about nothing in this world. Very few things would surprise me, and that is something that I genuinely think is believable. At the same time, it could be just, you know, whatever. So I take it for what it is. I heard from something somewhere, type thing, but I can see that happening for sure. I don't think it's outside of realm of possibility, but without something tangible besides, you know, a rumor, that's not gonna occupy any space in my head, really. Bastion's better bullseye counter? Yeah, Bastion still sucks though. Why are people so obsessed with that shitty champion? So anyway, that arcade shit, the only arcade shit is stupid. I think poker is worse because you actively have to play it. What the fuck? My question is, would you? No, I wouldn't. I mean, that is a bit different type of debate. Like, what is your price? Because that type of hypothetical has always existed. Like, you know, everybody who says they're not for sale, you know, just haven't gotten an offer that meets their price. And I think there's a minuscule amount of people who wouldn't give that in when you factor it's again, it entirely depends on exact details, because the devil's in the details. Like, what would you have to do for what amount of money? You know, that's what the entire game show industry is basically based around, you know. And and again, the more compromising things there are, obviously the price grows for each and every single individual. So I can't say whether I would do or wouldn't do something in like completely abstract hypothetical, because, you know, if you're not alone in the world, especially if you're not alone in the world, and if you have people and folks to take care of, you often make the decision for them. Like, you can accept self-humiliation in the name of your family, for instance. So I don't know if I would or wouldn't do something without the exact, you know, specific offer on table. It's always easy and high and mighty to stand on your principles and morals, but you can't feed your kids with morals and principles. So millions of people make very difficult decisions daily, for better or worse. Have you seen Purge movies? Yeah, I have seen some of the Purge movies. It wouldn't happen in real life because, okay, so it could never exist in real life because grudges exist. And with the lawlessness problem, most of the Western world and many other places, not only Western world, but many places in the globe are currently experiencing. But you just know it wouldn't stop there. The entire idea of Purge is like, just let it all out in one day, but it wouldn't be one day. And if somebody came to you, like, let's say during a Purge and you survived it, you know, people would take revenge the next day and the next month and stuff like that, and it would cause a societal collapse, because you treat everybody like your enemy or potential enemy. Or in your every daily interaction, for instance, you would look at anybody as potentially coming after you with the Purge, or, you know, in the Purge or afterwards. So stuff like that is just unrealistic, because human beings, especially women, are incapable of drawing a line on like 24-hour period. So, ain't gonna happen. Time to go make food for called morals and principles. New robot slayer clankers, don't give a shit about that. Blur away at robots. Bastion is probably a champion, so I don't agree with you. Bastion is probably champion? Bastion is probably, I mean, he's most definitely a champion that exists, yes. Do Misty need awakening? I think she's fine and awakened, if I remember correctly. Not 100% sure, but I think Misty Knight's perfectly fine and awakened. I murdered that sentence. That you did, young man. Bastion is the only champion that I don't agree with your opinion on. Here's the deal. I understand why people like Bastion, and I'm fully willing to acknowledge that on paper, Bastion is a solid champion. I'm fully willing to acknowledge that in Alliance War, Bastion is a good champion. I'm fully willing to acknowledge that in generic gameplay, Bastion can be good. I will also point out that so far, based on matchups he does and doesn't do, in metas he does and doesn't work, Bastion has been nothing short of shite in terms of Battlegrounds play. which is why I'm so harsh on Bastion, because for some goddamn reason I still see a shit ton of rank 4 Bastions in Battlegrounds and people's decks, and people try to use him, and I shit you not, to this day I haven't seen a single good Bastion fight. Like, I think I lost one round to Bastion. All of the other rounds I won against Bastion, and it's because I completely screwed up. And the reason is because people typically take like 15-20% damage with Bastion for whatever reason, or they're fairly slow and stuff. And I am speaking to Bastion based on my own observed reality. Like, Bastion is one of the few newer champions that I don't even bother banning, for instance, if I see him, because I really am not intimidated by him. And yeah, Bastion really for the heavy to help with the way. Well, that's one of the things as well, right? You want Bastion with heavy. Since Kabam's allergic to parry, it's not easy to heavy with Bastion. Yeah? You either need to take block damage or be able to powerfully punish opponents, you know, specials and stuff like that. Because almost every meta parries, you know, an issue. Then, on top of it all, besides the direct issue with Kabam basically hating parry, and that affecting Bastion heavily, which is again one of the reasons why, for instance, Mr. Fantastic I'm not going to invest in, because Mr. Fantastic relies on parry heavy, and like in 7 out of 10 metas you can't do that. And Bastion also, you know, maybe not as much as, definitely not as much as Mr. Fantastic, but also like wants to be able to parry heavy a lot. He also doesn't have answer to many of the things that Kabam is asking these days. You know, he doesn't counter the Unstoppable. Awade hasn't been like that big of a factor recently. Unstoppable has. And then further on, you know, we have had Regen in quite several metas. He doesn't do anything to Regen. And then, basically. And it just has happened that so far, Bastion has done jack shit in just about jack shit metas. You know, you see what I'm getting at? Not that I hate Bastion, is that so far I have found him utterly worthless for the game mode that I think currently dictates what guides most people's rank ups going to play like competitively. And again, for rank 4 for Lions, for sure. Somebody in Alliance go up for something about it, go do that. I mean, again, okay, yeah, watch him, and you're right, just about nobody counters Unstoppable, but he also, you know, doesn't counter Regen. Tons of techs do, and that is kind of like a requirement previously, for instance, double dashback, stuff like that. Again, the issue with the parry heavy, I think, is like a huge problem for him. I'm willing to concede the point of like not many techs counter like Unstoppable. That's fine. Yeah, that's true. But and even like like, for instance, the fact that he's like one of the newer champions and he's shit against Domino, you know, that is a big problem. And don't try to come and tell me that he's good against Domino. He isn't. He's fairly shit. He will take damage always. He's good. No, he's not as good as Jack. Because Jack increases his ability accuracy and he might take a crit fail in a fight, or maybe 2, and he regens back some of it. Bastion will take way more damage. So get out of it. Jack is objectively better against Domino. And you know this. I'm sure you do. File counter hammer? I don't know actually. Jack is better overall for sure. Better because he counters weight. Okay, that is a very shit take. Because he counters weight, he's better. No, but he takes more damage. In an average fight, I can promise you, Bastion will take damage 10 out of 10 times. A weight thing is a matter of convenience. Right? But for instance, I don't think many people will argue that out of all the match tech champions, Red Skull is the best domino counter. Like, no crit fail, like ever. Is tanky even if you slip up. And does the fight just about, you know, the fastest. Like, you can do domino like stop 50 seconds, something like that. Like, Red Skull is like great and perfect. He doesn't counter a weight, but he's still smash domino, right? Bastion's better than... Bastion is nowhere near better than Jack. For Alliance War, he is. I'm willing to easily concede Alliance War. Bastion's good for Alliance War. I know that. I admit it in every time I talk about Bastion. Red Skull doesn't lose 5%. That's what I'm saying. Red Skull is just about the best domino counter. Jack is not ideal because he can still take a crit fail, but he's good. And then we have Bastion, who's definitely worse. No way to win. Sentinel is good. Not for domino, but in general, I love Sentinel. No, Crucible Act 8 is coming out tomorrow. Oh shit, I'm gonna die! Oh, I'm so dead. Yeah, no, that's fine, sure. Bastion is not only in a double champion, he's better than high table. Currently is. Bastion is currently very good in Alliance War. And that is exactly the reason why I always, you know, say that and admit to it. Bastion is very good for Alliance War. I know Guardian is still relevant. Yeah, Guardian's definitely not slow either. And he's definitely relevant still. Mysteria is good, but not the best domino counter. He's one of the older good ones though. Empire 7. Act 8 is basically Act 7, yeah. Similar. Not much different. Obviously help is a bit higher and stuff like that, but it's not much harder than Act 7. If anything, I think Act 7 might actually be easier because Act 8. Yeah. Act 8 might be easier because I think that's when they cut down to 3 parts at some point. When's the last time you saw Guardian? Last season. Yeah, last season is the last time I saw, you know, face the Guardians. Yesterday I played against him as well in BGs. I had it last time. Again, I specifically say it was yesterday when I last saw him, but it's off season. But I also did play against him last season. So no. That is not so. You, my friend, are incorrect. Adam. As is your take on Bastion. Again, I think Bastion is a fine champion for like Alliance Ward and stuff. You can like him. But let's say I had a rank 3 Bastion right now. He would just about never make my Battlegrounds deck. Jack does regularly and stuff like that. And you know, obviously Shocker and Starkey and whatnot. Bastion wouldn't be one of those champions. Yeah, to be fair, like, I don't know even if I would rank a Tuma right now. Because a Tuma's use, like, at least for me, has declined. I have rank 3, Sig 200. And, don't really use him all that much. Again, in this type of meta, maybe. But, you know, it's in between people having now Dazzler, Onslaught, Negasonic, Jean as a dual purpose champion. I don't know if Cassandra's gonna counter it, but alright. Did make a video on the entire battle group of Russian players. I don't think they were all Russian, by the way, but I didn't check. Were you piloting since you confessed to Merc years ago? Again, like, no, obviously I didn't pilot anybody. I haven't broken any TOS for like 7 or 8 years. This is, I swear to God, some people in MCOC are bigger Karen bitches about that, yeah. I could have committed a legitimate crime, went to the jail, and there would be still more people who had let go of me ever, you know, being a merc than these petty MCOC cunts. I swear to God. The amount of times that still gets brought up, like 7 years I think have passed since I last logged in on anybody else's account. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, God, I hope you hold yourself to the same standard. It's like, I hope you know, whenever you see a wet stain on floor, you double check with yourself that it wasn't you who peed your pants because as a kid you did so. Dude. I think it's like 7 or 8 years now. 7 for sure. You're a sinner? Of course I am. We all are. Tell me one person who isn't a sinner. Not that I'm particularly religious. When a 3-fold in the jungle and says KT was a merc. If it is an MCOC playing 3, then for sure they do. But there you go. Oh no. Dust or Gentle to rank 3. Dust is Dupe, Gentle isn't. For right now, these current metas, I think Dust. Yeah, I think I do Dust. If Dust isn't logging your phone. How shit, yeah, it somehow doesn't log. And how iPhone 15 Pro Max, it logs to shit now these days. Fighting server in the arena is not fun. I'll agree with you there. Gentle is actually much better than most people think. Gentle is kind of underrated this point already. I'm probably gonna die here, but... maybe not. Go Sinister. That's my boy. I can eat that too if you need it. Just a hater, that bunch. Hating on the bald guy. For no good reason. Emo. Why is he emo? No, it's because he's cutting him. Yeah, okay, got it. Got it, I got it. I figured it out. Might be a bit slow in my old age, but I still got there. Ah, finally. I mean, iHulk is unique. I'll give. I don't know if I would call that a gimmick, but he's like, yeah. I can see where you're coming from, though. iHulk's definitely unique. Who is a good Cassandra counter? Chances are, Jack's probably going to be quite good. Okay, you slut. Why do I have to fight this many Sinisters, dude? That makes no sense. Yeah, but iHulk, like, there is a sense of thrill using iHulk. Because in most of the fights when you use iHulk, you don't know if you're gonna die or not. I mean, that's quite simple. I do think Bastion is better than Solvark. Other games high health? Yeah, pretty much. But no what? That, however, merely speaks on how little I think of Solvark. I'll take that as Bastion House. Take it how you want. Take it as you will. But it really just means that. And to be frank, I still have a sneaking suspicion that we might be required to use Solvark sooner than we ever will be required to use Bastion. And that entirely comes from Kabam's allergies to Harry. It'd also be much more popular if instead of Red Shadow Legend designs, they were inspired by some sweet little super ruins. I agree. But hey. Need to get into arena? Yes, I absolutely do. I just don't want to use Zemo, man. I didn't either, and I don't like Zemo. But overall, I'll just be brutally honest. Zemo challenge wasn't that bad. Yeah, I had a decently enjoyable time. What's that supposed to mean? What do you mean what that's supposed to mean? Don't like Zemo. Really? Fuck you, Iron Man. What a nobody. Look at the units that we earned. Okay. Yeah, what's your wish? I just don't like Zemo, that's all. I hate him as a champion. Hashtag Zemogate was real, by the way. Dang. Time to capitalize on those Zemo hate monies. Anybody hating Zemo as much as I do? Take it away. Zemo did nothing wrong. Doing shit. Solwag does kind of look like a turtle from his body build. Like, Solwag looks about the way I would imagine if a turtle grew longer legs. Zemo reeks of nepotism, that's what it... Yeah, kind of. You hate me? Why do you hate me? I mean, I'm very sad to hear that. Despite what you have heard, I like to get along with people. Like, I don't think I have done much to you. That's not a nice thing to say. You don't get me wrong, I don't have an issue in, like, you know, not getting along with somebody either, if I don't agree with, but hey. Alright. So, here. Sweet. Aha. This goes to Rebel Champions, the sensors, but no content ramps them up on. I mean, come on, like, we have a ton of ramp-up champions in the game that are all just about useless. Like, here's, like, as a rule of thumb, I want you kids to learn. In MCOC, if it's a ramp-up champion, it will be shit, offensively speaking, at the very least. There are very, very few. Like, they are the exceptions. But as a general context, if you see a champion being somebody that has ramp up over the course of multiple fights, unless they have an exception for, like, specific game modes, like, for instance, Shatra's ramp up, but in Battleground she gets 2 charges immediately, stuff like that, that's fine. But, you know, we have, like, stuff like Morningstar, shit, like, we have Strife, right, the new, again, the champion is just shit from day to day. There might be specific things you at some point need that champion. No? Yeah, probably just. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Had to tend to my fatherly duties. So. Why people don't rank up champions because of less damage? Why? Just rank them up, then they will have more damage there. Well. I mean, like, yeah, I get you. Like, there's, like, aside from, like, story content, there's just about nothing where you're, like, ramping up anything. But it has always more or less been that way. Like, you know, you never wanted to use Aegon for quests unless you had to for, like, Necropolis and stuff anyways, like, you know. And that's just the way it is. Because champions with shit damage will still have comparatively shit damage when ranked up. That's one thing. Second thing is, why would you want to spend longer time doing the fights when you can rank up a champion who also can do those specific fights, but do them shorter and in less time, and therefore, overall, like if you play the game for like an hour a day, you can get more done than you otherwise would with some of these slow, you know, lower damage champions. Let's say Yelena is worthy of rank 4, yeah. Yelena's actually underrated attacker as well, by the way, just FYI. What? My game is lagging to shit now. Need to restart everything. That's fine, 1 second. Thekiryu was the king of persistent charge and probably the most popular one, so he's 6-star luck. Yeah, and then, you know, we had several attempts. Like, for instance, Guillotine 2099. Day to day, she's just a shit and unnecessary champion. Occasionally, she does have her uses, though. So I'll give it to Guillotine being, like, alright. I don't like her as a champion, but occasionally she does have her uses. But then we have, like, Strife, which was the next iteration of that. Sucks. And, like, who else? Like, you know, Enchantress is technically a ramp-up champion. She sucks. Hard, like, day-to-day, right? And then, besides that, you know, even from the newer champions, I don't know, Wong, you never use Wong until, like, there's, like, Necropolis challenge or something like that. Like, you just don't want to be using those champions, and they are kind of shit. Again, Enchantress was that. Who else is like... I don't think this year we have had like a flat out a ramp up champion. Last year... Who else is like... You know, Enchantress is like massively ramp up every fight type champion and nobody uses her. You could argue that Deathless King Root's kind of ramp up... Even Deathless She-Hulk. Like day to day, hardly anybody uses Deathless She-Hulk. Or very few people, I would say. The Deathless She-Hulk at the very least has solid ramp-up type thing, but... Northstar, like one of the worst champions of last year. He's purely ramp-up. Good night. Good night. Year before that... Like, Sandman is effectively a ramp-up champion where you need to toss in, like, you know, 10 heavies in level 3 and stuff like that, so nobody uses him because he's too slow. He ramps up too long. Lady Deathstrike is effectively a ramp-up champion. Is there Doom Cycle charges before next day? I have finished the Doom Cycle. Why would I use it? Oh yeah. Nothing that requires like longer ramp-up than a couple specials is just about ever getting used. What's that site? It's called Conchu's Ankh. Here's a link to it. Funny thing is, Sandman was good after his rebounds with the nerf team right before. Yes. Because oh right, now it's 8 heavy attacks. Because they effectively changed it from 10 heavy attacks to 5, and then they, for whatever reason pushed it back to 8, which is one of the dumbest decisions I can recall Kabam making. Because if he was at 5 heavy attacks, he still wouldn't be fast, but he might have been like in range of being useful. Now, he's just shit. I actually like the champion. I use the 6-star ascendant for like Lions War and stuff sometimes, and I had a 6-star ascendant. High Evo maybe Northstar this year. Well, High Evo at least has defense. Because he is a defender, so he will never be Northstar, because Northstar is fairly shit on defense anyways. High Evo might be more similar to Enchantress, just slightly better offensively of this year. You know what I mean? Because again, that's another thing, by the way. I don't like ramp-up champions at all, but the only reason for ramp-up champions to be viable is either if they give some sort of shortcuts to the battlegrounds, or if that's a very quick rank-up, or if they have defensive prowess. Like Enchantress, I hate the champion like that, but at least champion like that still makes sense and has use in the game and people want them, you know what I mean? Because, you know, she's mainly a defender. And let's face it, nobody uses her for attack, but, you know, if you really wanted to, you can bring her in some long-form content and use that. But yeah, champions that are mainly or purely offensive and our ramp up make no sense. Like Strife, for instance, like God, that's awful. And China's special balance, yeah, that's a lot of shit. It still baffles me how Kabam can say that, you know, Leader and Serpent are equally balanced. Oh, look at who I'm going to be using. Yeah, and it's one thing to have like a ramp up champion with persistent charges, and then like later on in the fights you enter already ramped up. But it's even worse when you need to do the entire ramp up in every single fight. Which I, you know, hate the most. Yeah, Sentry starting from 0 every match is stupid as fuck. Completely agree. So is Northstar as well. Oh, come on, really? Okay, whatever. I don't pick it up every month, I pick it up every other month, basically, Ghost King. Like this month, I think I have to, because I'm out of 30% boost. I mainly pick it up for the 30% boosts. And, you know, some other, you know, stuff, that's fine, but mainly the 30% boosts. But Northstar is just special to special one. There's still a problem with that, because like Northstar also has like billion hits in his combo, and his combo takes on average like 1.5 to 1.8 times longer than normal champions. The Quicksilver has the same problem. If you think about it, Quicksilver doesn't really have a long ramp up either, but most people don't realize that building up a bar of power with Northstar and with Quicksilver is significantly longer than building up a bar of power with I don't know, fucking Absman or something. Because of how many hits and how long the animations are, and the fact that your animation is... Okay, let me just show this to you. So. So Realm of Legends, for instance. Fine, let's enter Realm of Legends. And only thing we're gonna measure is how fast I can get level 2. Somebody, I don't know, can time me or whatever. I'm gonna bring in the Photon and Quicksilver. Neither one of them has extra power gain mechanics. The only difference is in their animations. Right? And obviously, you know, we're gonna try and... It can still vary, but... I quite like Quicksilver, I'm just saying that is an issue. When people think these multi-hit champions are like cool, that is a big problem because they are significantly slower. So I got 20. Okay. At this point in the fight, I threw my level 2. 53 hits. And... Wait, I should... Well, I actually don't know how quick... Anybody can rebind and check how long that took? Okay, I'll do it myself. So. One second. So it is 4 157. Ah, shit, I can't see here really. Anyways, time-taking experiment might have failed, but point is, Photon's gonna get to level 2 significantly faster. It's animation speed as well. So again, getting to level 2 with Quicksilver is always gonna be slower because I can finish combo in significantly shorter amount of time. And who will deny that this was significantly faster? Need to watch that on playback and then check the time. But still, the many hits is an issue that I don't think about has addressed for like just about any champion. So they said 25 seconds, and then I wonder how long did Photon took. What's up, Lion Beast Gaming? Finally pulled the 7-star server. Nice, congratulations. Now, dude, well, I hope you have a gem. Oh, Photon took 25 seconds. And how long was Quicksilver? Well, what? You're speaking specifically for Photon. Hey, thanks, Limebeast.
Shut up and take my money.
Miss Quicksilver. Well, can you rewind and check on Quicksilver?
$1.
Until my stopper resets out. What? Oh shit. Okay, I need you to dash at me. Gonna smack in those heavies there. Ja, hallo? Det är nog kvar. Saldeämnen. Ja, kvar väl väg. Vad läskar det? Quicksilver 35 seconds. There you go. So that's a massive difference, right? It's a 10-second difference per level 2. That is a huge amount of difference. And again, so if in a fight you need to drop 2 level 2s or level 2 low and 2 level 1s or something like that, that automatically is 20 seconds in the combo animations alone. That's like a big part of the reason why Quicksilver is actually kind of slow for, quick fights. Obviously, they could have still made him fast if they wanted to. But, again, 10-second difference building up to level 2. It's huge. It's very big. And Northstar has kind of the same thing. So, Northstar only needs that, but you're already effectively starting. If you need level 2, level 1, I'd say that on average would be like you're 15 seconds behind in a fight. And is Northstar's damage like that great after level 2, level 1? No, it isn't. You know it isn't. I know it isn't. Hello, Quicksilver is an attacker, but I use him now and then, but yeah, it's rare. It's only if he like fits the meta very, very well. Plus the time you have dash back to build your charge. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, this was a very shit idea. Aha. Speedster who's slow, right? Yeah, both of them are. Somehow in this game, both of the speedsters are relatively slow for short fights. I mean, I am still behind Photon as well. I think Spider-Man's good. I don't think he's that good. I still put Photon above. So there you go. I say nay to Spider-Woman being best science. She's one of the best for sure. She might, I might change my mind as more time goes by. But again, Photon just has a lot of longevity behind her. And Photon kind of like has proved herself already significantly more. So, again, I can fully see Spider-Woman being the best science in like short time. But right now, I would still not say that. Oh, whoopsies. Oh, shit. Right, Spider-Ham is one of the better ones as well. Spider-Ham is kind of underrated. And has been for a long time. I remember in one of the top 10 lists I put Spider-Ham at like 6th or 7th and people made fun of me that, I put him too high, but whatever. I mean, I have finished C4 before. Oh shit, no! Again, yeah, I fucked it up again, shouldn't I? But, you know. I haven't been doing that well recently. Actually, just playing Titania better since her Intimidate doesn't work as well. Yeah, you kind of need to make sure that the opponent doesn't have much power. You need to be kind of like more low. Titania has gotten screwed over by Kabam so much, man. It kind of pisses me off. My favorite of 2025 champions. Only one? Why did they bother ramping up as much? Whatever. Still not dead. I hate you. Alright, 2025 champions. Who would I call my favorite thus far? Based on design and everything else. Probably Bastion. If it thinking like looks only and character, it's probably Bastion. I actually think he looks cool as fuck. If you're talking about like design, as in like champion abilities and stuff. Hold on 1 second. We're talking about champion abilities. I enjoy using Luminrix a lot. I think Luminrix is unique and cool. I love you Okoye probably the most though. Because Okoye is just so simple. Hit the opponent, you know, drop the level 2. If you want shutdown or raid, just dex once. I think Okoye has, in a way, a retro MCOC design. You know what I mean? I think Okoye is more in line to how champions used to be like 5 years ago or 4 years ago. And I like that more. Because there is none of that, you know, billion, you know, currencies. There's no real like new mechanics. There's no timer watching that really, you know. You just kind of hit the opponent and do your thing. And when it comes to using a champion, I think Luminrix is the most interesting, and I like that a lot. But yeah, Okoye is just so simple and so straightforward. You know, just hit the opponent. Jack does that. Jack's a bit different though, because you still want to get in the intercepts to pause the thingies, and you know. Jack is similar, but Okoye is still more straightforward. Jack's not complex, yeah, I'll agree with that. But, I mean, Okoye is just fucking awesome. I plan to take him up soon. Fair enough. Oh shit, on that. Hey, the guy's like, I don't mind it. I mean, I like Spider-Woman as well. I like Jean. I think cool champions. I like using Nico. But again, with all the other champions, I need to juggle things, you know. I need to, like, either have, like, specific rotation or things like that. With Okoye, I don't. With Okoye, it doesn't even really matter that much whether you use level 2s or level 1s kind of thing. You know, there's a slight difference in damage and stuff, but it's not, like, massive. What the fuck? That was a bit. I have Galen, yes. Unawakened though. See, this is what I mean, like, you just hit the opponent and debuffs start doing a ton of damage. And then you build up on that, and then if you want you can throw in heavy here and there, and life's good. Is that she's not built specifically and set independent, but her build is allowed to count a few of them. Yeah, for sure. Again, Okoye feels like a champion that's like from 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, of course, half of General's kit is made specifically for Bullseye. And the same thing is like half of Nico is made specifically in Serpent, Deathless Thanos, and Dark Phoenix. You just know it is. It's like no coincidence that, you know, she does the poisons against that, and even if she does poisons against Cosmic Champion specifically, she replaced that poison, you know, for either Incinerate if you have to, or just Acid Burn, which nobody's immune to. Like, you just know that it's... First close to get new A, kinda. Still making jam on Crossbones or Yelena. I mean, I'd give it to Yelena, but that's me. Yeah, so, like, most of the new design stuff, I really don't like the direction. Like, here's the thing, I kind of like the champions, but I don't like the complexity in vast majority of them. Some of them feel better than worse, but in general, like... I think it's less fun when you're tied to very specific rotation type thing. That's one of the reasons why I like Lumitrix. You can kind of go left, right, center, you know, with him and ramp up more or less the way you want and knock opponent with as many heavy attacks as you choose, and you can go for regular combos and use more. You know what I mean? The Lumitrix, there isn't like a set specific thing you have to do to get great results. There is a like max damage rotation, which is like, you know, the level 2, level 1 or whatever it was. Level 1, level 2, but you can kind of mess around with that and nothing bad's gonna happen. With most of the new champions, you just so fucking itty-bitty tied into this is the exact thing that you have to do to get half decent damage. And I hate that. I really fucking hate that. Yeah. Like, and even in the champions that I kind of like, I know for a fact I'd enjoy a lot more if I could play them more freely. Like again, you know, Zola has unreasonable offensive rotation. He's a shit. Bastion, you know, you have to go for the level 2 and then the level 1s. And here as well, Dark Phoenix is a bit more easier, I suppose, but you know, Gentle against can level 1, level 2s. And they have like, there's like, we don't really get, like, and that's why again I like Okoye, because with Okoye, like, okay, if the fight feels like you will do better by spamming level 1s and knocking the opponent down more frequently, it's like, do that. Like, if you want the absolute max damage, you know, just go level 2s, stuff like that. But, you know, Champion's like, so, I mean, he's done shit to begin with, but again, it feels like too many hoops to get decent damage out of him. And, yeah, that's, you know, I really don't like how every champion has, like, so much timer watching. But stuff doesn't expire and you need to get this resource, stuff like that in order to do that. It's kind of like what they did with side quests, you know? You need a key to do a quest which gives you like a pass that you can use for one of these paths, and then you get a reward that's, you know, fucking something. The maker's already forgotten? Yeah. Oh, you can't. I hate Domino. I hate Domino so much, man. way too much to remember. And that's kind of the thing, because some of these champions, especially if they're not meta, and you don't use them daily, it's not super easy to kind of like remember all of that stuff instinctively. But with Okoye, like, you can pick her up after like half a year, and you just know there's gonna be nothing tricky about using her. But yeah, Maker definitely... Like, I was excited for Maker, man. Like, character is cool. Character model is cool. Even the abilities on paper were like, alright, that could pan out. Everything, you know what I mean? Anybody of you opened 120 crystals yet? I think I've opened like 20 Kabbalion crystals max so far. Yeah, even like Maker's pre-fights are more shit. Because they only get to be active and tech champions and stuff like that. Not. Oh, whoops. Mixed up some champions here. Welcome. I'm being spied on right now, by the way. Oh. Ah, fuck me.
God, fuck you.
Oh, shit. Oh no, what? Yeah, party's over. I need to go do the dishes now. I'm kidding. Nothing. She says nothing smart anyways. He's fucking talented. Pulling the only 2 hair left. Exactly. Royale perdi spolk response. No never, jak wyszłem tutaj. Na stolica doszliśmy. Weszło Netflix. Nawet ten zwykły video na kamerę. Oh no. Come on then. Ah, thank God. Alright. Come on then. Drop your special. No wonder you're bowling early. Yeah, I know. Bro, I don't need to whisper, you can't. I wasn't whispering, I was just speaking, you know, at a reasonable tone. Come on. Come on then. What a stupid champion. And we finally got into reversal. What a stupid champion. That one rank through. Yes. Now for me to learn Latvian? No. Latvian's not easy to learn, but no, I would not rank up since I have a duped. I actually really like Jessica Jones. Shame I don't have a 7-star. She's like one of the exclusive champions that I don't have. And the thing with Jessica is she's such a wildly different champion offensively, depending whether you get the sync early or you don't. Kind of irks me. Oh wait. Is it hard? Latvian? Yeah, Latvian's not fairly hard language. It's like, what's the best way to explain it? Because Latvian language is one of the oldest languages as well, because we have like many words common with Sanskrit. And Latvian culture is very, very old. Latvian grammar, however, is new because like proper English rules and stuff like that were not established up until very late. And we use a mix of different countries' grammar rules. Like there's some German rules in our language and stuff like that. And you know, when it comes to punctuation and sentence building and the writing of it. And end of it is, it's quite messy. Like, for me, I have much easier times, often, expressing myself or organizing my thoughts in English, just because of how kind of like trippy Latvian can be, especially on specific words and stuff. And therefore, yeah. Not easy. Especially nowadays, when you have kind of like the new words, where like I don't even know a ton of like Latvian new words, because you know, new inventions and new things are getting popularized, and we either have to use kind of like Englishized version of Latvian, where you know you're gonna notice us speaking like in Latvian, English word, Latvian, English word, Latvian, English word. When it comes to like, you know, specific terms or newer type of things. Or, I swear to God, the people at the Language Institute come up with the most dumb names for new stuff. Like a good example would be, like, you know, the electric scooter thingies? Like the e-scooters? They have a Latvian name now. Which, if I would directly translate it to you, it would mean something as a standing fucker. And that's real. Like, that's how it sounds to me. It effectively means that, like, you're standing, and we have like similar name for fuck, as in like it has like dual meaning. One means to kind of like travel very fast or run very fast type thing. It's like an, again, older word that's not really in use. That's like one meaning is kind of like to travel very fast or run very fast or like rush very fast. And then that word also is more commonly known in our language as, you know, having aggressive sex. And then they effectively called e-scooter, like for me, the way I hear it, like it's very similar to standing fucker to me. And you know, it's weird and it's funny now because like this, yeah, Latvian is like fairly confusing language, right? That's all that's what I'm gonna leave it at. Solvar from EQ. Solvar from EQ is quite nasty, yes. Tell me that. Diana! It was either standing fucker or wind fucker, but it was fucker basically. One second. The gulag for you? Why for me? One second, let me double check. Yeah, no, it's standing fucker. Here it's how it's written. It's like two words combined together. Stavdras or Vedras? Stavdras, isn't it? Stavdras. Called stavdrazes. Stav basically means standing, and drazes effectively means fucker. The most common known form of it is a fucker. There you go. Kids in Latvia must be fuming. Why fuming? But yeah, and this type of thing happens with you know, several words where like we either use English version or the Latvian version makes no sense or is dumb as fuck. So most people just use English versions of this, but yeah. So ultimately, it just makes language even more messy. Learning Latvian, yeah, it is not an easy time, man. You can probably see that. Latvian is not an easy language to do well at with. Latvian, like in school, Latvian was also like one of my weaker subjects. Like I had it is scooter. Yes, exactly. Skrejriteni. It's a scooter, but it's not electric scooter. That's what makes it so fucking annoying. Like you're right. That is scooter in Latvian, but the difference is one of them is an e-scooter, like electric one, and one of them is not. But it's wildly different names, even though it makes no fucking sense. Catch the drift there? Well, I'm raping it. Okay, so skrejriteņi or skrejritenis in singular would be a regular kid's scooter. So you get on, and it translates as run wheels, kind of like running wheels, something like that, similar to that. Like riteni or ritenis either can mean wheels or a bike, so it's kind of like running bike or running wheels. That would be like the rough, you know, thought behind that name. But for whatever reason, the smart people have decided that instead of saying, you know, electric scooter or like elektriska skreritens or something like that, they changed it completely and just called them stavdraj, which means standing fucker. Or standing fuckers. Nine shots, 9 shots, 9 shots. Ooh, I'm actually fairly close to a 7-star. Intriguing. I need 1k 7-star shots. I love this. $1k 7-star shots. I think I know where to get it. 26. I happen to have some spare change here, so whatever. I don't think it's worth it though. Whatever. Yeah, you did see 3 5-stars from. Happening with the next? All sorts of different things are happening. So, trying to open a 7-star crystal before we finish up the stream. Da-da-da-dum. Press the button. No, fuck off. Not my Captain America. He's quite high SIG, I think, as well. Unfortunately. And there you go, SIG 100. Captain BLM. How you doing, Zayn?
You've got to do better. Kabam.
That sounds more like Lithuanian, but similar enough. See you later, Lion Beast. See you later. Alright.
How